Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and today I want to bring you the state of our gear. I've done these before and I'll probably do them again, but it's just an opportunity to talk to you guys, the audience here on YouTube, about the state of gear in our industry, okay? Because there's a couple things we're seeing with Learn Stage Lighting gear that I want to be able to share with you so that you guys ultimately, if you're looking to buy gear, if you're thinking about gear, you can make the best, most informed decision and not waste money on a couple things that can really trip you up. Okay. So, I was kind of thinking about this the other day, just a little background. Because last week, we had, through the gear site, we had number sales come through, pretty typical. And a couple of them were really frustrated when they asked for their price, which is what we do here, by the way. Though you can go and click in here on the site and click on any of the lights here, and then you can go add them to your cart, but you can also add them to your quote. Okay, and what we say right here is fill out a quote request and we'll check back order status. Why is this? Well, in this industry right now, that's the AV, the lighting, audio video lighting industry. And I mean, it's not unique to our industry by any means, right? The stuff that's going on with the chip shortage is hurting stuff. We're seeing back orders because of chip shortages, primarily things like consoles, things that output DMX. We're seeing some of these companies have to go and release new versions of these products, change the actual design, and get that remanufactured because they can't get the microchips that they design the stuff with. And so what that's doing is that's creating back orders on some of these items. Other times, for example, there's some consoles out there that are shipping, but they're missing, certain ports on them that a lot of users may not use, and that's okay, right? If they have the basics, they got DMX, they got, they're good to go, right? And so we're seeing, different creative solutions to these problems. But I want to make you aware of them as somebody who watches Learn Stage Lighting, because here's what I hate, right? When that customer comes to us, when somebody comes to LearnStageLightingGear.com and they want to get something from us, and then they're ready to order and they say, awesome, we'll need it in a week or whatever, 2 weeks, whatever, and then we go and there's a few ways just to educate you that we check to see if things are in stock, okay? First and foremost, most of the manufacturers have reps or contacts that we have inside the manufacturer where we email or call somebody who's at the warehouse and they can check stock for us. Some of the manufacturers, the bigger ones, have online dashboards, but you kind of have to take what they say with a grain of salt for some various reasons. And the biggest reason why that is right now, again, there's the shipping crisis and there's the chip shortage. And between those two things, really, and the new increased demand as things open back up, but I think it's really mostly those first two. When you talk about those, it means that these manufacturers, all of them across the board, have less stock on the shelves than they want to have. They constantly have stuff coming into their warehouse from their factories, but it goes out the door like real fast, okay? And they can't keep as much on the shelf as they'd really like to, okay? And so the problem that creates is, say the manufacturer on a particular, obscure LED light, say they have 50 of them on a shelf, okay? You check with us on the status, and we say, hey, this looks great. It shows that it's in stock right now, good to go. Chances are when you order, that will still be in stock. However, if you wait a day to order, even a few hours, there may have been somebody else in some other city who went and ordered, 20, and then somebody else that ordered 30. And now all 50 of them are gone, right? And they got in just before you because there's always orders being entered. And so, the biggest thing really to give you guys here in this video is if you're looking to buy AV gear, you're looking to buy lighting, when you go across all these different sites on the internet, all these different e-commerce sites, places that sell lighting and audio equipment, um, some of them are going to tell you right up front, the bigger ones, right? The big names, the people that send free candy in the boxes, other places like that. They're going to tell you either we have it in our warehouse or it's kind of like special order, give it a few extra business days. If it says, if they don't have it in their warehouse, which for a lot of lighting equipment, they're not stocking it at any of the major sites, it's all just stocked at the manufacturer, or a lot of it is. And we know this because we're always watching the stock on all these sites and what they have, what they don't have. And, you know, if it's not a super popular item or they just plain run out, then they're getting it from the manufacturer anyways. And so if it says like special order, and some of them say like 8 to 10 business days, some say to like 12 to 15, if it says that, take that with an extreme grain of salt, okay? And that's why we do like to do things different at Learning Stage Lighting Gear, where, you know, again, it says right on the page, usually ships in 2 to 3 business days. That's if it's in stock. But just fill out a quote request, add your stuff to your quote. You can watch a video up here at the top on how to do that if you need help. Because what we do is if you look for a light, okay, so say you're just looking for like here, oh, it just disappeared. We had the Gamma Starburst parts on here, who knows? But we got like the Chauvet Freedoms light. We just added Chauvet to our site, actually. We had some of the stuff on there, but we just added more. Or no, something more normal. Sorry. But just say you're looking for a par, okay? Like an Encore par or a Gamma par, somebody's par. You fill out that quote request, and if it's not in stock, we're going to let you know, hey, our product rep said it's not in stock. We're estimating it's going to be in at this date. If that date is in like 2 weeks and you've got the time, stick with your original product. 2 weeks is great for back order status right now. There are items right now on the market, particularly some digital audio consoles that I know of, where the companies that make them have stopped taking orders. They will not even take an order because the back order the back order time on it is so long. Okay, in lighting, we haven't seen that quite to that extent, but it's not abnormal for a light that a lot of people want to be a 4-month wait time. Okay, so when you're looking for lights, and if you're looking through us at LearnStageLightingGear.com, we would love to help you and get that personalized price via quote and check the availability. What we do, and it's a little different than a lot of the other places, is we're going to sit down, and if you tell us that the amount of time it's on back order, it's 3 weeks, it's a month, it's 2 months, it's 4 months. If you tell us, hey, David, hey, Brandon, because Brandon's our guy in there, he's handling a lot of these requests, and he's awesome. He'll go ahead and say, hey, if this timing's not good for you, if that's too long to wait for what you need, let us know and we'll look into alternatives. Because look at this. I mean, right here we've got brands at the top bar, and we've got all these brands. We've got even more than what's listed here, and we're continually adding more brands. And there's a few brands that we don't list here, but we can get them through partners. And we're going to look across the board, look across similar products, because a lot of these manufacturers have similar lights. And we're going to let you know, hey, this light is similar, here's what's different, but it's in stock, or it's a shorter lead time, etc. Okay, so right now, once again, as I mentioned at the top of this video, the biggest thing to do is have patience. Sometimes there's just things that are out of control. Like last week we had a customer, they were looking for a very specific product, they needed something very specific, and it's out of stock until April, might show up in March, okay? And unfortunately, there wasn't a good alternative because of it was specific as to what this person needed because they to add on to a system, right? But if that's not the case, if you're open to substitutions and looking into that, then as part of our quote process here on Learn Stage Lighting Gear, we go ahead and we say, hey, we can find stuff for you that is in stock that we think will really meet your needs. And we keep adding more of these manufacturers. So anyways, all that boils down to say, because I know I like to keep these around 10 minutes. If you're looking for gear, don't wait until you need it next week to order. Don't wait for that, okay? Our industry is not Amazon, okay? Some of these websites, like the one that sends candy, is pretty good about getting things out the door really quick. We would love the option to give you a quote, show you how we can get you a personalized price, show you how we can take care of you better in the lighting department than maybe the company that gives out candy. I'm not saying they don't take care of people in lighting, but lighting is not their biggest focus for sure, right? And I love the company that sends candy in the boxes. I bought stuff from them, and but regardless, don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till you're a week or even 2 weeks out from needing something to go ordering it, because it might be available. It might. And then with us, we're shipping through partner warehouses. It'll take a day or two to ship. Okay. Typically they'll ship in 2 days, or less. But if you have a little more time, if you can wait for a couple weeks of back order, potentially, your chances of getting what you're looking for is going to be really good. And if you have any questions on this, there's a couple ways to do it here on the gear site, just to wrap this up. Boom. One, there is a contact form. Where did it go? It's under, resources, contact us. Sorry. And if you're not asking for a quote, or the product you see is not listed on the site, the light, whatever, submit it on the contact form. Brandon and I will get back to you. The quote, as I mentioned, is you go to the product pages, you add it to your quote, or you can actually add things to your cart and add your whole cart to the quote. Fill out some basic info so we can fill out the quote correctly. Boom, we'll send you that personalized price. And we would love to have the opportunity, we would love to have the opportunity to serve you and to help you get the lighting gear that you're looking for. If that sounds good, hey, don't despair. Those things are back ordered. We're committed to helping you find what you need. And if you need it to be in stock now, we're going to find a solution that works for you. We know some of these manufacturers, because we've been working with them, some of them are better at keeping stuff in stock than others. Sometimes it's just hit or miss though. But we'll let you know. We'll help you get what you need on time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Head over to LearnStage Lighting Gear now. Be sure to subscribe and check out everything else we got going on here. Thanks.